Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Warm welcomes fourth graders all around the world. And I am Mr. Hamd Al-Ahmad from Al-Rissalah International School. And today we have a grammar lesson. We have page 111 in grammar book by graw-hill. And it talks about adjectives. What does it talk about? Yeah, who can tell? Actually, it talks about adjectives. What are adjectives? An adjective modifies, as we read here, an adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun. So, an adjective describes or tells more about two things. Number one, it tells more about the noun. And number two, it may tell more about a pronoun. Who can give now an example to clarify how an adjective can modify a noun? Super easy. Look at the examples here, up. For example, number one, let's change the color and say, if I said, Ahmed, for example, is a smart boy. Here, all will say that smart is the adjective and it describes boy. And if we asked what part of a speech is boy, you will say it's a noun, so the adjective described the noun. Now the question says, how can adjectives describe pronouns? Yalla, who can give an example? I can't listen to you, by the way. Yalla, scratch your head, scratch it well, more, that's enough. Now actually, if I said, I'm talking about Ahmed and I said he's a smart boy, I may say he is clever. Now here, if I said where is the adjective, you will say it's clever, and that's great. Now the question, what does it describe? You will say it describes he. What part of a speech is he? It's a pronoun. Easy. I think it's super easy. Another example. Now, they may say, why you write only he? Let's use she for girls. Yalla. So we'll say she is. Can I say she are? Yeah, if I want to bring the Eid, I may say she are. She's, for example, sad. A girl is sad. If I asked where's the adjective, you will say it's sad. This is the adjective. What does it describe? It describes she and it's a pronoun. So this is what they mean by saying that adjective describes or modifies a noun or a pronoun. Easy inshallah. Then they said adjectives, let's highlight. Yeah, with yellow. Adjectives can tell what kind, how many, or how much. So it can answer three questions. What is the first question? Who can tell me? Yalla. The first question is what kind. This is the first question adjectives may answer. The second question, what is it? How many? Excellent. The third question is how much. Now, what kind, how many, how much? What do you mean by adjectives answer these questions? Actually, we've scratched our heads, but we got nothing. Don't give up and say we got nothing till you see this picture. Here we are. Bismillah. Yeah. Can you see this picture? I can see it very clear. Now, in this picture, we have the three questions adjectives may answer, and we'll have examples about them. Now, the first question says, what kind of something? What kind of something? How? As you see here in the examples, new car. No doubt that new is the adjective, so we write adj, and it describes car, which is what? which is a noun. Excellent. So now if I asked myself, someone told me, I bought a car. I bought a car. If you want to know more about this car, you may ask, what kind of car you bought? So he'll say, a new car. I bought a new car. So this word new give you more information about the car, that it's new. So what kind of car? The new car. Now number 2. Someone was talking about his children, let's say in class or at home, and he told that they are happy. So the adjective happy describes the children. So what kind of children they are? Happy children. Happy children. So the adjective happy described what kind of children they are. Then we have another day, and it was sunny day. Sunny day. Sunny day. So what kind of day is it? It's a sunny day. Sunny day. Now the other question adjectives may answer is how many and how much. The two questions, how many and how much. The difference between the two questions, how many, that how many asks about, write with me, this note is super important. It asks about countable nouns. Countable nouns means nouns that can be counted. The other question, which is how much, it asks about uncountable things. Uncountable things means this question, things that can be counted, and at the same time we can use s after these nouns. Like here we have one hamburger. I used what? A number here. So all numbers are kinds of what? Of adjectives. Here I used another number, which is 5. The noun I used after number 1 is hamburger. Can I say hamburgers? Actually, I can say hamburgers. I can add s to it. And here I have dollars, and I have s after it. And here I have several rides. The same, I have s. Or I can add many. The same. It can be added to this list, like to say many lessons. Yeah? So many is an adjective, and it asks about how many. Many asks how many. Now, how much, it asks about uncountable things. It asks about the quantity. The quantity, when I have something, can't be counted in numbers. Like here, much rain. Much rain. Rain is kind of water. Yeah. Now, can I say I have 3 water? I have 4 water? No, because water is uncountable noun. The same here, I have full tank. Full tank. Full tank. The same when I'm talking about the tank, I'm not talking about the tank itself, but I am talking about the liquid inside the tank. And I have little food. Little food. Little food. So this adjective, I mean these adjectives like much, full, and little, they are kind of adjectives and they answer the question how much. So to summarize, adjectives, the first kind of adjectives in this grammar lesson, they answer 3 questions. What down? I am down here as you see. What kind? And as we said, like saying new. What kind of car? New car. What kind of children? Happy children. What kind of day? Sunny day. And here it may answer the second question, how many? And we said when we were talking about countable things, like saying one hamburger. So how many hamburgers? 1. $5. How many dollars? 5. Several rides. How many rides? Several. Many lessons. How many lessons? Many. And it answers the third question, which is how much. As here, much rain. How much rain? Much of it. And here, how much, for example, water or like gasoline was in the tank? You will say it was a full tank. And how much food do you have? I have little food, little food. Then here down in the grammar rule, they said proper adjectives should be capitalized. Now they said proper adjectives should be capitalized. We'll capitalize them. We have no problem with this. We'll capitalize, inshallah. We'll capitalize the first letter of each proper adjective. But the question is rounding in our minds now. What are proper adjectives? Now, when we were talking about nouns, I do remember that we talked about proper nouns. Yeah, and we said we have two kinds of nouns. We have common nouns and proper nouns. I think that common nouns, like saying girl, boy, school, when we don't give the name of it. But when we give the name, like saying Ahmed, Ali, Salwa, Sarah, Al-Rissalah International School, these are proper nouns. Yeah, I'm right. But what do I mean by proper adjectives? I'll tell you. Let's go to this picture and we'll see what do we mean by proper adjectives. Bismillah. Here we are. Now, proper adjectives are what? Can you see it well? Yeah, that's great. Proper adjectives are proper nouns, but they are used as adjectives. So they are proper nouns, but they are used as adjectives. Let's come here to the first proper noun. Now, all people are afraid of nowadays, which is China. May Allah save us. So, China is a proper noun, and it's a name of a country. And the same, we have Rome, it's a proper noun. We have Islam, which is our religion that we love and we're proud of. Then we have King Arthur, and this is a name of a writer. And here we have Shakespeare, and this is a name of very famous writer and poet. And we have New Jersey, which is a name of a city. Yeah? So here these are all proper nouns. How can I use them as proper adjectives? I said when they are used as adjectives, they will be proper adjectives. So now here, China. If I said that a doctor came from China, so what do I call him? I call him a Chinese what? Let's change the color. Chinese doctor. So Chinese here, it was a proper noun. Then now it was changed to an adjective to describe the noun here, which is doctor. So what do I call it? A proper adjective. Another example, here I have the proper noun, which is Rome. Yeah? But here I have army, you know, the great number of soldiers is an army. So it's Roman army. It's Roman army. Roman army, here I have used the word Rome. I've used it as an adjective. That is why I changed it into Roman. Then I described the noun army. Islam. So we use it as an adjective and we said Islamic culture. Islamic culture. Then we have King Arthur. So we said Arthurian legend. So we used King Arthur. We used the name Arthur only. We said Arthurian legend. And Shakespeare, we said Shakespearean play. A play was written by Shakespeare. And we have New Jersey coast, means the coast of New Jersey. So what do we mean by proper adjectives? We mean proper nouns used as adjectives. And that is why they have to be capitalized. Easy, super easy, inshallah. Another kind of adjectives is demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative. Actually, when we talked about kinds of pronouns, if you remember, we had something called demonstrative pronouns. And we have 4 of them, and they are super easy, and I'm sure that most of you still remember them. I have this, that, these, and those. This, let's change the color. Here we are, yeah. We have this, that, these, those. Now, when I say this, means that I'm talking about something that has two features. Number one, let's write them here. For this, can you see it? Yeah. For this, it's for singular close noun. Singular close. When something is singular, one thing, and it's close to me. Like I have one pen, and I say, this is my pen. It's one, and it's close to me. I use that. Can you see where I'm writing? I use that for a singular noun, but it's far away. My pen is over there, so I'll say, that is my pen. So my pen is singular, but it's far away, so I said that. Then I have these, and it talks about plural close nouns. Plural close nouns. I have my pencil case. Inside my pencil case, I have many pens and pencils, so I'll say, these are my pens. These are my pens. They are plural and close to me. The fourth kind is those. Those. When I use those, means I am talking about plural far things. The same. I have my pencils, but over there, not close to me. They are over there. So I will say, those are my pens. Those are my books. So all of these demonstrative adjectives, this, that, these, and those, they are kinds of what? Of adjectives. The last kind of adjectives is the articles. What is it? The articles. The articles, let's have a space. Yeah, here we got the space up. As we said, articles are three. Articles are three. But who can tell now what are they? Yalla, I am waiting for you. Yalla, Ahmed, Khalid, Yalla, Ali. What do you think? Here they are, guys. We have them here. Here they are. We have the articles the, a, and an. What are the articles? The, a, and an. So, articles are kinds of adjectives. The question is now where to use each of them. Easily we say that we use the when we are talking about definite nouns. We use it with definite nouns. What do you mean by definite nouns? I mean when the thing I am talking about is known by me and by the person I am talking to. Means when I'm talking about a specific thing, it's definite. I use a and an with indefinite nouns. Now, what do I mean by indefinite nouns? Means nouns that are not specific. I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about something, but it's not specific. Let's read and do the examples and you'll see how easy it is. Now, I gave one of my students a pencil and I told him, keep it with you till I ask you for it. Then I came to class and I said, give me dash pencil I gave you. Give me dash pencil I gave you. Now for me, do I know the pencil that I want? You will say, yeah. And for the student that I gave him, does he know what pencil I'm talking about? Yeah, he knows. So the pencil is what? Is definite. So what shall I say here? I will say, give me the pencil I gave you. Because the pencil here is known for both the teacher and the student. Then a teacher came to his class. He wants a red color pen to correct for them. And he said, give me dash red pen to correct your books. He wants to correct their books. and he wants any red pen. He wants any red pen to correct for them. He doesn't ask for a specific red pen. Any red pen will make use. So he will say, give me a red pen. Give me a red pen, because the red pen here is indefinite. Any one. It's not a specific. Now you may say, we got the idea that we use the with definite and an with indefinite. But the question is when to use a and when to use an. Super easy and important question. Easily, we use an, as you see here. Let me write it with yellow. We use an with nouns that start with a vowel. What are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. And actually, to be more specific, we use them with nouns start with the vowel. I mean in a pronunciation, not in a spelling. And this may be something like above your level, but you may take this information. We are talking about the pronunciation, not about the spelling. Anyway, now, so if I found a word which is indefinite, singular word, and I want to use any of these, a or an, I'll look at the beginning of it. If it has A, E, I, O, U, I'll use an. And if it starts with any other letter, I will use a. Let's go to the example. I had here means 8. I had dash apple 3 minutes ago. I had apple 3 minutes ago. And here, any apple he ate is not a specific, so I will use, and it's singular, one apple, so I will use a or an. Here at the beginning of apple, I have a, so what shall I use? Yalla, who can tell me? Super, I'll use an apple. An apple. In this sentence, we found dash eraser in class. We found eraser in class. Actually, you stole it from other class, but you say we found it in class. Anyway, here you will say we found a eraser or an eraser. Let's look at the beginning of it. Starts with E, so we'll say we found an eraser in class. Easy. I hope, inshallah, that it's super easy. Then now we have the words. Here we are. The words the, and an are special adjectives, and they are called articles. Use a and an to refer to any one item in a group. Means indefinite noun. Use the to refer to a specific item. Means to refer to a definite noun or more than one item. Yeah, so it can be used with singular and plural, but for a and an, we use them with singular nouns only. Now here, in the question they said, read each sentence, underline each adjective. So the adjectives, we need to underline them. Circle any demonstrative adjectives or articles that you find. So for adjectives, we will underline them. If they were demonstrative, and again, what do we mean by demonstrative? We mean this, that, these, those. If we found any of these, we circle them. And at the same time, if we found an article, we will circle it. What are the articles? The, an, and a. Let's get the ball rolling and answer the exercise. First sentence says, 3 horses approached the fence. 3 horses approached the fence. Now, after you hear this sentence, you may ask, how many horses? How many horses? Then the one who said the sentence will repeat and say 3. So where is the adjective that told me how many horses are there? So it's a 3. And it's an adjective, so shall I do with it? The question says underline it, so we'll underline 3 because it's an adjective described the noun horses. Three horses approached the fence. The fence. Fence is a noun, and it's modified by an article, which is the. So what shall I do with it? They said circle. So I will circle the. Sentence 2. The Arabian horse had a long tail. You know that Arabian horses are the best kind of horses around the world. So the Arabian horse. I have the, then Arabian horse. Now, Arabian horse means that this horse is from an Arab country. Is from an Arab country. So, Arabian horse. What about this adjective? Now, the noun of it is Arab. 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 So here I change it into Arabian to describe the horse. So what do I call this kind of adjective? Who can tell me? Actually, it's a proper adjective. It's a proper adjective. And here I have the article the. It's an article, and they asked me to circle it. So I should circle the. Then in the third question, we held fresh grass up to his wet nose. We held fresh grass up to his wet nose. We held fresh grass. Fresh grass. May you repeat what kind of a grass was it? Fresh grass. Fresh grass. So fresh is the adjective that gave me what kind of a grass. So it's a fresh grass. Up to his wet nose. Wet nose. What kind of nose was it? It was wet. Wet nose. So wet is the adjective described his nose. Number 4. The white horse gave us a playful wink. The white horse gave us a playful wink. The white horse. What color? What kind of horse was it? It was white. Oh, white. Thank you. So, white is the adjective. Before white, what do I have? I have an article, which is there. Let me circle it. Now, the white horse gave us a playful wink. Playful wink. What kind of wink was it? It was playful. So, this is an adjective. I should underline it. But what do I have before the adjective? I have an article. So, I should circle it. Number 5. 2 ranchers filled this large trough with cold water. 2 ranchers filled this large trough with cold water. Ranchers, you know, the men who work in the ranch. And a large trough means the container they put water for horses. They fill it with cold water. Now, 2 ranchers. How many? 2 ranchers. How many ranchers they were? 2 ranchers. So this is an adjective. So I should underline it. It's an adjective. Yeah. So underline 2. And it describes ranchers. Filled this large trough. What kind of trough was it? It was large. Large. So this is an adjective. Now, you may look before large. What do I have? They said this large. This is what is a demonstrative adjective. So I need to what? To circle it. Yeah. With cold water. With cold water. With cold water. Now, what kind of water was it? It was cold. What kind of water? It was cold. So cold is the adjective, describes the water. Now, if I asked, how was the lesson? Super easy. Yalla, prove to me by answering questions 6 to 10. See you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.